All right, everybody, how you doing today? We're here back again looking at inverse. Well, I paused there for a second. I wonder why I paused there. Inverse trig functions. This time we're going to look at the calculus of them. So we're going to do some derivatives of inverse trig functions. Again, this is calculus. You're going to have to memorize some things. Sorry, folks. It's just the way it is. Let's take a look at what we got here. All right. So first, why don't you try this out? We're going to sketch a right triangle and evaluate with a calculator. So without a calculator, so that we can establish something on why we get the derivatives that we do. So if we have x equals arc cosine of 2/5, we're going to draw a right triangle. Remember that the cosine is the adjacent. All right, this is x, the adjacent over the hypotenuse. And this will be 1 this time. So find the tangent x. So the tangent is the opposite over the adjacent. Boom, boom. Pretty simple, right? Let's take a look at this one. All right, well, now we have, given that y equals arc sine of x, find cosine y. So I'm going to use a unit circle. So I'm going to have a hypotenuse of 1. And my x is going to be here. And so that means I have square root of 1 minus x squared. Okay, so this is, find cosine y. So cosine y is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse, which is 1. We'll call this y here. Okay, so the inverse, right? Basically, okay, so let's take a look at here what I'm trying to say here. All right, so we're going to use our work from example 8 to find the derivative of arc sine. All right, so what we're looking for is y equals arc sine of x. We're looking for y prime. So what we're going to do is I'm going to convert this to sine of y equals x. So all I did was did my inverse. Okay, and I'm going to do the derivative. So I'm going to do this implicitly. So the derivative of sine is cosine times the derivative of the inside, which is y prime. Derivative of that is 1. So y prime is going to be equal to, so again, this is implicit differentiation, dy dx, 1 over cosine y. Well, what was cosine y? We just figured it out right here. It's right here. So this is 1 over root 1 minus x squared. So this is kind of a weird derivative to be for a trig function, but that's what it ends up being, and this is based on a triangle. So we're going to see these. So these are the derivatives here. There it is. So here are the derivatives of inverse trig functions. You're going to want to memorize these, but notice that they're in terms of square root of x right here. 1 over root x 1 minus x squared. Negative 1, it's a cosine, so a co has a negative here. A derivative of a co has a negative, so negative square root of 1 minus x squared. And arctangent. You're not going to need the secant and the cosecant for the AP exam, so we're going to stick to arc sine, arc cosine, and arctangent. So we'll just focus on those guys for you guys here. And these are just the chain rule versions of these. All right, so the chain rule versions of these, we just multiply by the derivative. Let's take a look at some examples. Shall we? We shall. Let's go. All right. What is the derivative of arctangent to y? So let's take a look at this. The derivative of arctangent is 1 over 1 plus x squared. X is going to just be whatever's inside our parentheses. So we're going to have 2y minus 1 squared times the derivative of the inside, which is 2. Okay, there we go. That's our answer right there. You can put the 2 on top if you want. So if you really want to make it look nice, you can do like this. All right, number 11. Example 11. F prime is going to be, what's the derivative of arc sine? The derivative of arc sine is 1 over the square root of 1 minus x squared. So square root of x squared times the derivative of the inside. This is x to the 1/2. So what's the derivative of that? 1/2 x to the negative 1/2. Okay, we'll go ahead and leave that guy like that. Again, this, if you want to, you can put it on top here, but that's more than work than we need to do right now. Number 12, again, if you don't have to simplify, don't. at least for the AP exam. Arc cosine of ln. All right, these are just a lot of chain rule problems here. So the derivative of arc cosine is negative 1 over the square root of 1 minus x squared. In this case, x is ln t, times the derivative of the inside, which is 1 over t. Okay, that's it for that. Wah! Where's it going? All right, so that's all I wanted to go over in this video. I know it was a quick video here, but all I wanted to do was make sure that you had some examples of taking derivatives and understand the background on why we get the derivatives of inverse trig functions like we did. All right, so we'll see you next time. Good luck, guys. Do some calculus. We'll see you later. Bye.